build and install custom-built cabinetry at the Taylor Veterans Museum for a total of $32,000, with the city's contribution of $15,000 and the Veterans Commission's contribution of $17,000, funded through TBA capital outlay.
Motion. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Brandana. Is there any discussion? Mr. Johnson could mention what the purpose is.
So we've been fighting for quite a few years to get the cabinets finished. We've had a lot of people donate, a lot of good fundraisers. The mayor's probably been our biggest advocate. He's every time he marries somebody, I get a check.
That comes right over my head for a
How many
minute.
people have you married?
Just to add to that, I do conduct marriages here at City Hall, so I give them the choice of donating to the Veterans Museum, Goodfellows, or the animal shelter, and most people do it. So, yeah, I'm only married to one person.
Thank you for the clarification.
Sure, yeah. I wanted to clarify my wife.
But
Councilman Johnson.
we have probably 60 uniforms still in storage. Once these cabinets are out and done, we should be able to fill those cabinets, and then we'll have a regular rotation. So everybody's stuff will go in at one time or another. So we're just waiting for the cabinets to be finished.
Very good. Any further discussion? Yes, ma'am.
Statistic on how many people visit or have seen this display?
I don't. It's probably, we're only open 3 days a week. It's hard to get volunteers. So we're only open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Most of the time Fridays they're not open. But we probably get 10 to 15 a week in there.
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
I'd also add that you do a lot of special events there as well.
Yeah, and we do
That draw a lot
special
of-
events, and, we do the
Armed Forces Day.
Armed Forces Day and stuff like that.
Flags on the graveyard.
And we also use it actually for the public hearings at election time, where that space is utilized where the public can come and observe the voting machines being tested. So we utilize that because it allows for the machinery to be set up where it's not as easily to set up the equipment here. So we have utilized that space. It's, I believe, also closer to where the voting machines are stored. So the space itself is available for multi-uses. And honestly, I think the city has had very minimal funding input. I think this has mostly been driven by volunteers and fundraisers, and even the pancake breakfast. The Veterans Museum pays a fee for their fundraiser. I know that there's a question there, if there's something that we could do, but it certainly is a reciprocal operation between the city and the commission.
And Mr. Chairman, if I could just add real quick, when the original museum was created, the city built the cabinets in there. So after talking with Mr. Johnson and the commission, I decided, since that's a new building, that we would help with the cabinets. They've done a great job fundraising for those, so we'd help. When I was on council, that was when we were given that location. The only thing we really didn't get that we were kind of told was a sign outside on the marquee. So me and Councilman Johnson and his board will probably get together to maybe discuss something in the future that we could possibly do, because a lot of times people still don't know it's there, and we're always trying to promote that place as much as possible. When it was in here, the volunteers could go to the treasure and just invite people over there. That's a little more difficult to do over there, but it's such a nicer location. It's beautiful in there. There's so many great things, and we're going to continue to try to promote it as much as we can. I know I've had visitors to the city. I always try to walk them over there so that they can see that, and they're always amazed by it. So I think in the future, if we can get a sign up there, that'll definitely help as well.
Councilwoman.
Just one question to Councilman Johnson. Do you still have, I know you were piloting like a veteran rep team there for people if they were
served in the military, whether it be medical or mental, talking to a service agent is the best way to get in with the VA and start processes to get help or medical attention that you might not be eligible to get. So seeing that service agent is very important, and it doesn't matter what age. I had an old neighbor that unfortunately passed away in his 90s. I talked him into it, and he went down and he was able to get his hearing aids for free, and the VA, it's a little bit of a process, but the VA has always been good to me, I can say that.
Chair,
Councilman.
I just want to mention that as a board, we discussed, we used to give out a scholarship to the school. And unfortunately, a couple of them were returned, 3 or 4, because they didn't get used. So we're coming up with a protocol now that, that we can help a veteran, so let's say pay a light bill or pay a water bill. So we're coming up with that and what that's going to look like. And, because the VFW does it, and electrician was it 58, local 58, they have a fund that they do that. So we're kind of looking at that. That's on the next step.
Chairman,
Councilman.
sorry, just to add to that, Wayne County also does have funding for veterans. If anyone knows one struggling, I think they help pay for sometimes health repairs, funeral assistance, so that's the Wayne County, I think, Department of Veteran Services.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Yes, it's have the motion carried. Item 7.16 is motion to approve Michigan Cat low bidder through Sourcewell Cooperative for a purchase of 2 938 loaders in amount not to exceed $541,822 funded through Act 179 capital outlay.
Make a motion?
Support.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Rose. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Yes, it's had, motion carried. I told you I'd get you on the next time. All right. Item 7.17 is a motion to approve Wolverine Freightliner and Truck and Trailer Specialties to purchase 1 Freightliner 108 SD chassis with dump truck equipment for an amount not to exceed $191,727 funded through Water Department capital outlay accounts.
Motion?
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. The ayes have it, motion carried. Item 7.18 is motion to approve the mayor to execute a renewal of our waste recyclable compost collection and disposal contract with Priority Waste LLC for 1 year from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025, with a 3% increase funded through Act 179.
Make the motion?
Support.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Daniels. Is there any discussion? One thing I just wanted to mention, we're going to see we've seen a lot of capital outlays, a lot of items. These are aligned with the budget that was approved, so we're going into the next fiscal year. That's why you're seeing a large amount of approvals as we go into the next fiscal year. Sir?
Are we going to use the same waste company we're using now?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We live on Superior, and you can check the records. For years, we're talking years, both waste companies we've had, even back to Waste Management. They don't pick up the compost. Now, we live between Carty and Raffle, behind Southland. And we don't put compost out every week. But when we do, I have to call the city to have it picked up. And it's gotten to the point where I've really gotten tired of calling the city. And I just throw it in the garbage can. I'll admit it. Because every time I put it out, I have to call the city.
Mr. Mayor?
Through the chair, I'll get your address
It's right
afterwards.
around. We're supposed to drive, and I've watched them for years, drive right by, the compost truck. Just drive right by, we'll go for the rack, over the dump.
If you could, sir, after the meeting, I think what the mayor was going to say, get your address and make certain that that's communicated back. There are fines for the company if we are alerted that an address has been missed.
I
Have
got
that.
that post set out there over a week.
Through the chair, yeah, I'll get your address. You should contact Priority directly. I will say I haven't gotten